Like, I think when people think about access, they think, oh, this person is like trying to solve world peace and it's all like flowers and rainbows. But nah, man, like when you think about it, like Netflix was solving an access problem. Like Blockbuster with brick and mortar, you could only get them if you were close by. You had to drive to get there. You had to wait in these long lines, and then Netflix came around and made media accessible to everyone on demand from the comfort of their home, and that's why Blockbuster was like 8 billion market cap, and Netflix was like 300. And the same thing is happening in healthcare. This isn't just about helping people. It's about the economics that are going to drive helping more people. And so I feel like more folks should be focused on. Maybe that's not fair. I think it's really important to focus on access. That's what I'll say.
So far with building your company, is the hardest part being like all the regulations you got to deal with, the medical regulations, the fundraising, that find the talent, or something completely different?
I mean, for me, the hardest part is just mental health. There's a million and one things that are happening every day, pulling me in different directions, both inside and outside of work, and a million things that are important to focus on right now that can't wait. And so finding space for myself to make sure I stay mentally healthy, so I can show up and do those things and be there for my people is most important. I don't know if that answered your question directly, but that's how I'm thinking about it.
So how do you do that? How do you take care of yourself?
For me, it's I bike. I try to bike like four times a week, and then I try to play soccer a couple times a week. Shout out to Red Tide, GSSL team that I play with. I played with them last Sunday. I scored a hat trick in the first half. I'm still feeling pretty good about that. But those sorts of things.
And you're like a lifelong soccer player?
Oh yeah.
Like since a little kid?
Yeah, since I was I think like 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is like some kind of intramural league you play for right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Every Sunday y'all play?
So I used to play with them every Sunday. I used to be on the team. But now I'm just a sub. The first time I hadn't seen them in like, I don't know, like 4 years. But I just subbed for them this past Sunday.
So I'm guessing you excited about the World Cup coming here to Seattle next summer?
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't imagine how much those tickets are gonna be though.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I went to the World Cup in Brazil in 2014, and that was a crazy experience.
In Brazil, I can imagine doing that in Brazil.
It was wild. It was great. And so I'm super excited about the World Cup coming here. And yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. So what's your advice to someone out there? It could be a founder, anyone, whatever, and they're like on the verge of burnout, right?
Yeah. This is a really important topic to me. So for me, it's hard to say because everyone's different. So for me, it's important to find your tribe, I guess, is what I'll say. I've been fortunate enough to go through Techstars and have some incredible founders there that I've been able to lean on in when times got tough and ask for advice. I've gone through MedTech Innovator and Mass Robotics Accelerator, and just been a part of great communities both in Seattle and in California that have provided me some great support systems. Some of our investors have actually created sort of roundtables that brought their founders together to support one another, and so that has been really beneficial for me, is just to talk to other founders who have been through it and lean on them for help when I need it and reciprocate when they need it.
So these accelerators that you go to, or other founders go to, of course you hear about YC Combinator, Techstars, all the like so-called platinum ones, right? But I think like a lot of these accelerators are not really that good, right? Like I think Techstars or YC gives like I make this like $200,000 for 5%. It's not really a good deal. But other ones out there give you like $20,000 for 10%, right?
Yeah.
And like, is that really the best thing for a founder, right? Like, I think there's such a thing as a founder going through too many accelerators.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the company you're building, the stage you're at, what you need as a founder. So for example, like we went through Techstars, gave up somewhere between 7 and 9%, and I do that again a million times over. So when I say I do it again, if I were given that same decision back then, I would make the same decision 10 times over. It was an incredible experience for us. It was the catalyst for building Doppel. Like, shout out to Matt Kozlov, the former managing director there. It was amazing. I probably would not go through Techstars again in the future because I feel like I've learned what I needed to learn, and I built the network that I needed to build that I did not have back then that Techstars gave me. And so that's why I say I think it really depends on like who the founder is, what their network is, what they've been through, and what they need that a Techstars or a Y Combinator can or can't give them.
And you're building Doppel here in Seattle.
Here in Seattle.
So give us your take on the tech startup scene here in Seattle, pros and cons.
Oh, it's incredible. We've got incredible talent, incredible support system. We've got the right ecosystem as a whole in terms of customers and people with capital, and it's an incredible environment to be in. I think there are better environments to raise capital in. For example, like San Francisco, hard to beat. And like out on the East Coast as well, like Boston, New York, particularly for medical devices. But there's definitely capital here to raise as well. Shout out to Seattle Angel Conference, Flywheel, Alliance of Angels, Life Science Angel. Like I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of angels. We have an incredible angel community here. So yeah, Seattle's great.
So what's your advice to someone out there? They're trying to fundraise and they don't know anyone, right? They always thought these angels, people invest they have no connection, nothing. You just tell them to go to networking things, like sign up for Angel Alliance of Angels, Seattle Angel Network. What do you tell them to do?
Yeah, so for me, that was one of the values of an accelerator is that we went into Techstars and then immediately opened up our network. Because now we were one introduction away from a ton of angels and investors. And so one option is to go through an accelerator, which was valuable for us. Another option, like you said, is to just get out there and talk to people. You've got really high net worth individuals right here in Seattle who need to invest their money to diversify their portfolio. And so they're like looking for opportunities to not give away, but to invest their capital. And so you could be one conversation away from an investment, or one conversation that starts building a relationship that can lead to an investment or an introduction to an investment. So I would say just get out there, start networking.
Yeah, what's that thing? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, or something like that? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So realistically, in 10 years, what do you think AI role is going to be in the surgery room?
Oh, I think it's gonna drive more and more critical functions. I think we're gonna have fully autonomous care delivery. I think semi-autonomous care delivery is going to be ubiquitous, and I think that the clinical ecosystem, clinicians in particular, are going to be even more comfortable with adopting AI than they are now.
So let's suppose, I don't know if you play lottery or not, but suppose you play a lottery tonight and you won like $100 billion.
Yeah.
You get unlimited funding. What would you do with it? Like, would you try to get FDA fast track clearance? Like, what would you you go all out?
Yeah, I would, did you say 100 billion?
Yeah.
If I had 100 billion, oh man, there's a lot of things I do. One of the things that comes to the top of my list is I'd I'd start a fund that specifically invests in founders of color building medical device companies. There's a massive gap in the market, in the investment market there. And I think there's a ton of talent out there that's just being overlooked, and we have to address that.
And what advice you have for PhDs wanting to do the same thing as you're doing, starting a company? Don't.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes I look at myself and wonder if I'm like some sort of masochist or something. Like I love pain because a lot of the startup journey is that, and so I would just say follow your passion. Honestly, whether you're a PhD or not, I don't care if you have a bunch of degrees or zero. Follow your passion, and if that passion leads you to entrepreneurship, then go after it. And if you decide to do that, it's all about just taking the first step. Like just take that first step, and let your journey after that take you where it does.
So I have to imagine what you're doing. There's all kind of medical regulations. I'm guessing most of them they actually need, right? But is there any like medical regulation like you're like, man, this is some bullshit. Like we need to get rid of this. This is actually holding up progress.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a ton of documentation, like documents after documents after documents that we have to fill out to demonstrate that we, are checking all the boxes. And I see the benefit of a lot of that stuff. Totally see the benefit for a lot of that stuff, but I wish there was less of it. It would be nice if we could get to a point where we could safely release a medical device at the same speed at which we release software and services to consumers.